Okay, next question. Given the following network for a stock repurchase project with outside consulting resource demands, construct a modified Gantt chart with the resources and a resource load diagram. Suggest how to level the outside consulting load if you can split the operations. So in this question, we have to perform several tasks. So we have to perform the resource loading as well as resource leveling. But for performing resource leveling, it will be better if we have a network diagram in the form of activity on node network, which will show all the slacks. So we can quickly draw that network diagram first. So we have what we have over here is this activity on arrow network diagram, which is showing the duration of the activities and also the number of resources uh, assigned for each activity. So let's draw the activity on node network diagram first. So we can start from activity A, B, and C. You can see A, B, and C. So A, B, and C. A, B, and C. After A, there is this activity D. And after B, there is after B, there is this activity E. And after C, there is this activity G. And then both after D and E, there is this activity H. And F is the activity after B as well. F, so we have to put F somewhere here. So maybe I need to make some changes. I put F over here, which is after B, and then G over here, which is after C, and then H, F, and I, there is an activity I which is after G. Activity I which is after G. So H, F, and I. H, F, and I are the terminal activities. So I can put this finish milestone, okay, over here. So all these terminal activities are finishing at this milestone. So this will be the activity on node diagram. So for performing the calculations, I will put the durations. So the durations are activity A is 10, B is 4, C is 5. So I have put the activity durations over here. So A, B, and C are all starting activities. So 0, 0, 0, 10, 10, 5. Okay, and then 10, 10. Okay, so here I have completed the forward pass. From the forward pass, I will start the backward pass. Okay, so now I have completed the backward pass. So after doing this, I will see that there are two critical paths, A, D, and H are critical paths. Okay. Similarly, B, F is also a critical path, because you see 10 plus 15 is 25. So, and also ADH is also 25. So BF is another critical path. But the other two paths, BEH, they are not critical. So BEH are the other two paths. So this is 25, this is 25, and the other two paths, BEH, will be 20. It is not a critical, so it means it will have that means the activities will have, these activities B and E will have a float of slack of 5 days. And similarly, CGI is also not critical. CGI along this 5 plus 10 plus 5, 20. So CGI. So in this path, CGI all have a float of slack of 5 days. So CGI has a slack of 5 days. So with this information, we can also show the slacks over here. So let me show it over here. The slack is 0. Maybe I show the slack with some other 0 here. Slack is also 0 here. Here the slack is 0, here 0, and here the slack is 5E. So, and for C the slack is 5, F the slack is 0, G the slack is 5, I the slack is also 5. So now in the next step, I will need to draw this information in the form of a Gantt chart. Okay, so for the Gantt chart, as you can see that I have set up a table over here. In this I have listed the activities, their durations, early start and slack time. Now I can highlight these boxes to show the activity. So for example, activity A will have an early start of 0, that means from the beginning until day 10. So for example, over here, and now I can highlight it. Okay, so I have highlighted it. Similarly for B, it is 0 and then 10. So B is also the same way I can highlight. C is from 0 and then 5. 0 and then 5. D and E, F, G, H, and similarly I will highlight it. So after I have shown the activities according to their schedule, early start and plus their duration, I can also show the slack in those activities. So for example, activity C has a slack of 5 days. So I can show this slack by some other color. Or maybe some pattern. Okay, let's just choose this color. So this green color shows the slack. Similarly, activity E has a slack over here, and activity G has a slack. and activity I has a slack of 5 days. All of these have 5 days of slack. So yellow color over here shows the activity, scheduled activity, and uh, the slacks, and the green color shows the slack. In the next step, I can show the resources. So for example, A was having a resource, 6 resources over here. So I can show 6, 6, and 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and I can show all those 6 resources. 6, 6 over here. And similarly for B, the resources are 4, 4, 4, 4, and then I will fill up all these other resources. Okay, now I have put the resources for each activity. So for example, A was having 6 resources, B was having 4 resources. So in all of their scheduled times, I have input those resources. So now I can add up all those resources at a particular time. So for example, in the first day, so total resources are 6 plus 4, 10 plus 4, 14. So I will write 14 over here, 14 over here, and 14 is also here. Okay, 14 is here, and similarly I will add up. So maybe just for example, for the day 13, it will be 12 plus 8, 10 plus 2, 12 plus 8, 20, 26. So it will be 26, and I will fill up all these values. So here you can see that I have added all these resources on some particular days. So we can see that starting from day 1 until day 6, day 5, there is a demand of 14 resources. Then the demand increases to 16 resources until day 10, and then there is a very big increase from 16 to 26, 10 resources more, an increase of 10 resources to 26 from day 11 to day 15, and then the demand suddenly reduces to 12 for the next 5 days, and then for the last 5 days the demand then reduces to 10 days. So in this case, there is a fluctuation of the resources, especially in this middle part, um, from day 6 to day 10, from day 11 to day 15, there is a very peak demand. So suppose somehow we want to reduce this demand by 6 resources. So that means at any given time we don't want more than 20 resources, or in another way we can also say that the maximum number of resources available are only 20. We cannot exceed them. So then in this situation, how can we reduce this demand? So for example, these 6, from if we want to reduce from 26 to 20 resources, so these extra 6 resources are coming from this activity G. So one way to do that is uh, we may uh, split this activity. So for example, starting from here, day 11 to day 15, their demand is for 26. I mean the requirement is 26 days. So for example, if we split this activity and then move this 1, 2, 3, 5 days of the activity into this uh, uh, area over here, so there will be a reduction of 6. From here it will become 20, okay, and 20, and then there will be the increase of say 6 over here. So from 12 it will become 18. Okay, so in this way we can smooth this out. So that means we can move it to that part. Okay, and so it will be over there, it will be the increase of 6 resources, it will become 18. We will continue the remaining part in the next video.